What's up, everybody? I am Brandon, and today we got a buttload of Nintendo Switch Online news to talk about, and all this Animal Crossing DLC just dropping out of the blue. We got all that and more on another episode of Game Corner. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I really appreciate it. Really quick, if you like what I do, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and, leave a comment down below or whatever. Moving on, we got a big ol' Nintendo Direct this morning for Animal Crossing. It's been a while since we've heard about, any DLC or new content coming to this game, so thought I'd catch it this morning and kind of fill you guys in on all the cool new stuff that they're dropping. Alright, so first things first, I figured I would talk about that Nintendo Switch Online price hike that everyone's kind of buzzing about on the internet this morning. Basically, at the end of the Animal Crossing Direct, they finally showed the pricing for the new Nintendo Switch Online editions, and it's $49.99 a month for an individual and
$79.99
a month for a family plan. At first, that does seem a little pricey for the addition of N64 and Genesis games on Virtual Console and just some Animal Crossing DLC. But if you really break it down, you're only paying about $4.16 a month for that individual plan, and for the family plan, if you have 8 family members, keep in mind, you're paying about
83
cents a month. So, if you and 8 other friends happen to, be able to get on that, not a bad deal. Even then, honestly, $4 a month really isn't too bad, considering you get Super Nintendo, N64, Genesis, and the Animal Crossing DLC that they just showed off today. I do have a question about whether or not the Animal Crossing DLC will be, if you can access it after the fact. If you decide to not pay for Nintendo Switch Online anymore, can you still access the Animal Crossing DLC? I feel like that's gonna get really weird with them only allowing you to have some content and not other content, especially if you start filling your island up with all this new stuff. So I would imagine if you pay for that, you just have that, but I'm not positive. And if that's the case, then $50 might be a little bit pricey for all those Virtual Console games. I guess that's up to you, up to the consumer. I will probably end up paying for it anyway, so I guess I can't talk too much. That being said, I am pretty excited for N64 and Genesis games to be added to Virtual Console. I fucking love N64, and I've always wanted to play Ocarina of Time on my Switch. I feel like that's just sort of a given, and we're gonna get that chance now. So keep an eye out for all that. That should be coming up here in the next couple months. I think November is when they said they were dropping that. So they were showing off the new Animal Crossing 2.0 update. This has been a very long time coming. I feel like COVID probably has affected the production of this a little bit, and that's probably why we've seen it kind of get pushed back. Because Animal Crossing came out last summer-ish, so it's been I guess we got new DLC, last November. There was the swimming and stuff like that, I want to say. But it's still kind of been a drought for a while, especially with how popular that game was back last summer. Seems kind of weird that they took so long. That being said, we kind of know what has been taking them so long now because, oh my god, just the amounts of content they're pouring into Animal Crossing now is pretty crazy, honestly. So let's get into some of that. We're going to start off with the 2.0 free update. Of course, this is free for anybody who owns Animal Crossing. It's just going to update your game like usual and add all that stuff in. The big thing that they're adding is the Brewster Coffee shop in the museum. I know people have been asking about this since the game came out. I don't know why everyone's got a hard on for that bird and some coffee, but seems like a chill spot to hang out, and you guys got your coffee shop, so I'm happy for you. That's great. The free update content doesn't stop there, though. They're also adding, looks like Captain, the little frog guy. He's making a comeback, and he's got a little boat. You can ride with him on his boat over to these mysterious islands, and they have fauna, flora that you're not going to be able to, or I guess there's no fauna in Animal Crossing. Well, there's fauna, they just also live with you in houses. There's flora you can't find anywhere else, there's items that you can't find anywhere else. Each island has a different season or a different time of day going on, which is kind of neat. So, I don't know, fun little islands to explore. I always liked going off onto the, you can take tickets to the Pelicans and they'll take you to different islands to check stuff out. There's not much to do there after the first few times, so It'll be nice to have more options to explore the islands of your Animal Crossing world. You'll also be able to go visit Harv and his girlfriend, wife, I forget her name. She's there too. And they obviously have their little photography hut there. And they're also going to have a little flea market situation getting set up there. You can get all the like vendors that just come to your town normally while playing the game. They're going to be able to go there and kind of set up stalls, so you can go there anytime you want and purchase from them, I imagine. The big keyword on this update is quality of life. Seems like they're really just adding every last little puzzle piece for you in so that you can really just customize your world at your heart's content as easily as possible. So keep an eye out for that. They're also adding things like cooking and farming, bunch of new items, and gyroids they mentioned. I know gyroids is also something people have been talking a lot about. Kind of weird that they didn't really have a big place in Animal Crossing New Horizon to begin with, but they're here now, so here we go. That 2.0 update is going to be dropping on November 5th, 2021, so keep an eye out for that. And unfortunately, this is going to be the last free DLC they're going to be putting out for the game. They weren't super clear on whether or not they're going to be adding more paid DLC, but I did go back and watch the video, and they specifically said that this is the last of the free DLC, so take that with a grain of salt. I sort of have a feeling this isn't going to be the last of the Animal Crossing DLC you're going to see. I didn't want to forget that you could stretch now, so don't forget to go stretch before you do any strenuous activities in Animal Crossing. I wouldn't want you pulling a hamstring while, you know, collecting flowers or something like that. Alright, so the last of the Animal Crossing DLC that they showed off today was a paid DLC update that we're getting. This is kind of what cues me into thinking that we might get more paid DLC coming to the game. That being said, it's called Happy Home Paradise. Happy Home Paradise, paid DLC, trademark. This DLC update is so big I couldn't possibly fit all of the information in this video, but I'll try and hit as much as I possibly can for you guys and give you a good idea of what's going on here. If for any reason you'd like to see every little detail that they're adding, I'd check out IGN or GameSpot. They have great write-ups on this stuff. Moving on, the big addition in Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise is that you get a job at a resort doing basically interior decoration design. I'm pretty sure they had another Animal Crossing game that was just like this. You only did the interior design part of the game, so anyone who really liked that part of the game or just likes to place items and do wallpapers, this is going to be right up your alley. And like I said, oh my god, just so many additions to this, I couldn't possibly name them all. A couple of them, though, are ceiling items, really cool lighting. You can even change colors and placements and stuff like that, room dividers, really just all these cool little options that make it kind of breaking up the spaces a little bit more and kind of providing more depth to those environments. They also had things like being able to move in between nooks and crannies, like when you're oh, that was a sweet pun, by the way. Being able to move in nooks and crannies like when you have a lot of furniture in a small space, and just, oh my god, tons of really neat stuff, especially the job edition of the whole thing. You get paid in this special currency even that you can buy special items with over on the resort that you can't get on your normal island, of course. So, man, just tons of really cool things that are adding to the experience and just giving you more stuff to do and consume in the game. I also am very curious to see if my Animal Crossing DLC will go away after I stop paying for Nintendo Switch Online. So maybe we'll have to do a little test there and see what happens. That's also coming out on November 5th, 2021. The standalone price for that is $29.99. So if you just want that and don't want to worry about all the Nintendo Switch Online stuff, that's probably the way to go. Now I'm starting to think maybe they'll do another plan that's not going to include the Animal Crossing DLC. I don't know. There's not really a bunch of solid information on that. As soon as I have it, though, I surely will let you know. Anyway, I am Brandon. This was Game Corner, and we were talking about the new Animal Crossing DLC and the new pricing on Nintendo Switch Online. What do you guys think about the pricing? Too high? Not high enough? Is Nintendo just a greedy bastard? You let me know down below. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Have a kick-ass day.